bananas. You say peppers. And you guys, how long has it been since I have sang that intro? Hello, friends and strangers. I'm back again. I keep leaving and then coming back. Here I am. Today, you guys, we are doing a good old-fashioned stationery hurl. Unlike I have probably filmed in like, what, 6 months? More? Less? I don't know, you guys. Where have I been? I have a very exciting stationery hurl. You guys know, like at the beginning of each year, I get kind of Hobonichi crazy. I feel like I've got a new Hobonichi planner and I am dying to express myself in it. So I'm always looking for fun pins and stamps and other items that I can use in my Hobonichi planner. Now, not all items are for this. Also, let me know if y'all would like for me to do a video or a short just swatching a bunch of different inks and pens and highlighters in my Hobonichi planner. You guys, y'all have to let me know, like, are you still on TikTok or not? I've kind of heard like both sides of the spectrum. Like some people like completely have not been on there in a long time and some people still are. I don't know. But right before TikTok like kind of disappeared, I was on Hobonichi Talk. And it was a magical place to be, but I really kind of feel like, especially all of a sudden last year, like Hobonichi planners got super popular. It's like Sunny Angels. I feel like now they're impossible to buy, you know? And I feel like a couple years ago, like literally no one cared. It's exciting. So I have new stationery to swatch with you guys today. And look at this, y'all. We even have our swatching notebooks back. I think I'm only gonna need to swatch one pin today on black paper. And then this is not our original swatching notebook, but there are, if I can open it, there are many swatches in here. Ooh, look at me. I know how to sign my name. Also, you guys, look at what I found today. This is like brand new milky black gel paper, lock and key. I don't feel like anything I could ever write is good enough to write in this journal. Do you know what I mean? Like, not only do I have sticker anxiety, I have notebook anxiety. Like, what am I gonna write in this? Like, my life's memoir in the official Milky Gear Lock and Key journal. So, you guys, this is what I have to show you today. Like, not a ton of stuff, but a medium amount of stuff. Lots of pens, highlighters, just watch rolling around in there. Very exciting. Also, you guys, I love these things. I feel like these like truly keep me organized, especially when I'm like grouping items to do a video with. This is like a trinket from Japan haul video. All these items just came in the mail. I'm conflicted. Do I do that video here on this channel or on my main channel, Graveyard Girl? You guys, where have I been on Snapchat every day? Anyway, I love these things. They are like literally $3 at Joann's, sometimes less because Joann's has a lot of stuff on sale. You guys, any other crafters out there in the world? Are you afraid for Joann's? Because I am afraid for Joann's. I do not want Joann's to go out of business. Where am I gonna get my crafting goodies? Okay, where? Not like Walmart or something. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. All right, let me set up second camera angle because I feel like we do obviously have some things to swatch today. But you know what? I will show y'all the big non-swatchable things first of all. They gave us a haichu, which is amazing. I love haichu. I got all these goodies today from Tokyo Pen Shop. I think I've ordered from them once or twice before. I honestly order a lot of stuff from Jet Pens quite frequently, but I really miss Tokyo Pen Shop, and honestly, they always give this little like bonus sticker. Their mascot is a hedgehog, and it is beyond adorable. So, I'm not even gonna show y'all the most shocking thing first. I'm gonna show that to y'all third. Look at this. I'm trying to see if I can love another notebook as much as the Lil Hit Labs Aqua Drops notebook. If you guys have been here for a while, I feel like a couple of times a year I do a stationery restock where I rebuy Aqua Drops. I love that notebook. Like, I feel like I have made a total homage to that notebook. It is truly one of the best notebooks in the world, especially if you're like me and you like to write like different ideas or different subjects, if you will, in different notebooks. Like, I kind of find that these are like the perfect size. I can actually use every single page of the notebook front and back. I fill it up and I feel accomplished. But I've been wanting to try one of these in particular for a long time. I think it's because I always think this soft ring logo is supposed to look like a jelly bean. But I'm realizing they're in fact telling you that the rings of the notebook are squishy. So you can squish them, it doesn't damage them. I got this one like because it kind of gives the essence of 90s black paper gel pen magic. So they had like this text and the rings in a lot of different shades. I really like purple, but the paper inside is just lined. It feels like very smooth. It feels very similar to Aqua Drops notebook paper. So we'll see if I like it as much. Second thing, I have wanted to try something from this brand for a very long time. I think they use all recycled materials. Let me see if I can find the brand so I don't say it wrong. Milou. I think it's actually all from Italy, and you guys know I am a sucker for leather. I know some people love leather, some people don't love leather. I love picking the more sustainable option, which is something that I literally know will never ever fall apart. You guys, like, I have items from like the 50s, the 60s, the 70s that are leather and they still work amazing, like old shoes, old jackets, belts, whatever. And I have items that are like synthetic leather and they are like a year old and they are falling apart. And it's not just that it looks gross, it's that it's like literally like disgusting, like flecking bits of stuff everywhere. So, but I'm even a bigger fan when it is like vintage or reused, reworked materials. And as I understand it, that is what this brand does. So I've wanted something from them for a long time, but because it's like reworked items, you know, like each different piece like has a different look to it. So I never found anything that like spoke to me personally. And usually every year, starting off with a new planner, I also like to start off with like a pencil pouch for that planner, if that makes sense. This is honestly like a little bit smaller than I thought it would be, but something about this like bronzy kind of metallic just spoke to me and it feels amazing. And I think that this was around $20. It has this like super cute little label in it. This is what the fabric looks like on the inside canvas. I stuffed it with paper today just so you guys could kind of see the shape of it a little bit better. But they make like computer bags, backpacks, pencil pouches, all kinds of stuff. And so far, like, I really like it. Like the color does not disappoint in real life. All right, on to the totally weird thing, you guys. A notebook with ears. They had a bunch of different animals, and I think that this is meant to be, I always want to call it a Shiba Inu. I'm not exactly sure if that is how you technically say that breed of dog, but look at how wild this is, okay? It is a soft ring campus notebook, so it's just like that one. This one looks a little bit smaller of a size. I can never keep up with that, like B5, A6, all of that. But yeah, look at this. Like the texture or the cover of the notebook is like fur. There's a little dog on the back, and this paper, instead of lined, it is gridded. And oh my god, okay, you get like a few ears, but they're like really like photorealistic ears. And when I just saw this, I was like, oh, okay, maybe this is meant to be actually like useful, like a memo pad. But you get like 10 sheets of memo pad paper. I'm trying to see how you like stick it to the notebook. I will figure all of that out and I will show it to you. Oh my god, look at this. There's like a place for the date on each page and it's little doggy paw prints. Oh my god. But yeah, you just like do this so that the ears stick out of the top of the notebook like so. It's hilarious and it's weird. Honestly, it's very strange. All right, you guys, up next, I have like one other thing that's technically not a pin. So I thought these were so cute. And once again, I think I'm gonna use them on my Hobonichi planner. They showed these, they showed these like used in a planner, like you would put the little like tabs over the dates of your planner. But look at this. It's like a little painter's palette. You get 70 of them, and they're kind of like tiny little post-it notes or page markers, if you will. But y'all know I'm like a sucker for cute little things like this, you know? So each one of the tones has a certain number of sticky notes, and voila. It was honestly hard to just choose one because the color palettes were so cute. Let me see which one that is. I'm trying to see. It is unknown to me. What is this called? Oh, Sparkling Sugar. There was one that was like Night Sky or something, and I thought that that was super cute as well. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys this one first. We're gonna swatch these pins first, but I feel like there's like more to the packaging to show you guys up close. These are Friction Ball Slim pins. I don't know if I've ever had this exact type of friction pen before, but if you guys have been with me for a very long time, I think even in an old Graveyard Girl favorites video from very long ago, I put friction pins as one of my favorites. I love pretty much every friction product. Friction stamps, friction markers, friction pins. They're just really cool because you can write with them and then you can erase with them. I did a Does This Thing Really Work like a million years ago on a microwavable notebook, and that's how I discovered friction pen. You had to use friction pens with this microwavable notebook because, you know, they erase with heat. Anyway, so these, oh my God, when I started to open this, like a scent emerged. I don't think that this is meant to be like a scented pin, but you guys, I'm shocked. So they put together these like color palette sets of 3 pins. There were also a lot of these that were tempting, but you guys, I simply could not pass up on the sunflower set. But the 3 pins in here are supposed to make you think of sunflowers. I think the other one I was very tempted to buy was goldfish, but I did go with sunflower. And yeah, this is like a page marker, so I thought I would use this in my Hobonichi as well. It's kind of like a translucent plastic sunflower thing. And then these are the 3 sunflower pens. Let me know. Does it make you think of sunflowers? Let me start swatching stuff down here with you guys. That packaging was woefully complicated to get these 3 pins out. So here are our 3 lovely colors, and I almost feel like you could like attach these pins to like a keychain or something. So these are click pens. You just push that little thing and ta-da! There's the eraser in, just in case y'all have never seen a friction pen. I really feel like these are getting more popular though. I recently saw a pretty wide variety of them at Target, I think it was, maybe Walmart. They are a little bit complicated to write with if you're somebody that doesn't like a super fine tip. I was kind of more interested in just trying these because it's a friction product I don't think I have before. And I was really taken in by the sunflower essence. And let's swatch green. So they all write pretty well, but you guys know me. Normally I am more into like a marker, like super thick writing experience. So this is a little bit fine tip for me, but once again, I was also trying to just get some different supplies this time because I like to use my Hobonichi to keep track of lots of things, like how much water I'm drinking, how many steps I'm taking, like what videos I filmed that day, like what I'm doing, yada yada. So sometimes I was thinking like when I write with a super thick like marker like tip, like you just run out of room on a page. So even though this is not a type of pin I would like normally gravitate towards, I decided let's give it a try. So let me zoom in a little bit more and see if I can do some of the erasing here so that you guys can see. They're pretty good. Like, now if you're like me and you really press down when you write, you can definitely still see like where the writing was, you know, but I don't know. I tend to like options like this way better than like whiteout or something like that. Like I kind of feel like you're not gonna make a boo-boo without like seeing a trace of the mistake somehow. Like it's gonna leave an eraser smudge it's gonna leave whiteout, you know? Could I say whiteout 5 more times? All right, you guys, let's try this one. I am very intrigued. Let me look and even see. This is a Uniball pen. Oh my God. This is a cheesecake pen, you guys. I saw a lot of people recommending this. Like, I did buy these items about a month ago. And I was kind of making my shopping list based off of other posts that I had seen of people saying, this is the best pin for the Hobonichi. Because once again, this is not really a pin I would normally gravitate towards, but I picked this color because it's called Cheesecake. Like, I just kind of feel like that's funny. So this is the Uniball 1P coordinated color clip. So it says yellow with gray clip. That sounds like that makes sense for this. So let's go ahead. That is a very satisfying clip. And we have to take the little thing off of here. Like, what is that called? That was not a clean removal. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Okay, so this one is quite smoother, in my opinion, than the friction pens we just tried. Now, that's the other thing I know a lot of people complain about, and it makes a lot of sense because if you're writing stuff down really quickly, like I remember when I was taking notes in college classes and stuff, you're writing like super fast. You don't want to smear the ink everywhere. Let's see. It's only had like a second to dry, so I saw like time and time again that was something that people were like choosing one pen over another for the Hobonichi because they're wanting to be like journaling really fast or something. And so yes, let's do a couple highlighter type things because that sounds sassy to me. Now, this is something that I've tried before and I really did like it while I had it. It is called a Milky Tapier highlighter. It is a twin highlighter. They have lots of different shades to choose from. You guys know me. There's ever a choice in life, especially with pens and stationery and stuff. I will always choose magenta, fuchsia. Always, without fail, over and over again. So one side is macaroon purple and the other side is silver gray. Now, the time that I got these, or a tapier highlighter before, it had a scent. I'm not sure if this one is scented, but now I wonder, because you guys remember when I was saying like, oh, no, that smells really weird. This is not scented. I was kind of wondering if one of these inks is scented. It's not this one. So that was macaroon purple, of course, and this is silver gray. And I really love both of those shades. They're both beautiful. All right, up next is something that I'm pretty sure I also purchased based on a Hobonichi recommendation. Do I need a sippy? Yes, I do. A lot of Zebra products got recommended very highly for Hobonichi planners. So this is the Zebra Optex 2EZ with an easy cap. And I am thinking they call it easy cap because if you guys can see, you can like press this side, and does that make pen cap removal like so much easier? I don't know. Like, it certainly feels interesting. I feel like that's always like shorts I'm clicking on is like overly engineered Japanese stationery. So I definitely see like why something like this exists with a squeezy pen cap. It's kind of satisfying, but like, is it necessary? I don't know. So like very many of my favorite items we have, I will go ahead and show you guys on the second camera angle, but we have a traditional like chisel tip highlighter side on one side, and this is normally the type of pen that I'm writing with, like this kind of very thick marker style tip. But look at that. Isn't it lovely? And yeah, see why I run out of room really fast when I'm writing? Because that's how big I'm writing everything. I really love the color. It's very smooth to write with, but I think I need to like start training my brain to write with something like this and using something like this as an accent. All right, you guys, I actually do not know really what this is gonna be like. I feel like this was one of my favorites last year. I think normally this is called a Pentel Futa Touch. Yeah, see, this is still called Pentel Futa Touch sign pen in neon colors. I got fluorescent pink. I love the Pentel Futa Touch sign pens. I went crazy for those last year. I don't know why. Like, it's kind of when I discovered like the Stabilo pen 68 or whatever. I never tried that pen before, and then I got it in a mystery pen pack, and then I became obsessed, and it was so crazy because I was at Joann's the other day and I didn't know they even sell like individual Stabilo pens there. Kind of amazing. So let's see. Ooh, this is very interesting. Like, usually when there is a fluorescent option, I'm always a little bit scared, like, is it going to be legible if you write with it on white paper? It's not like opaque enough, I guess you could say, like a marker would be, where I think it would show up on black paper at all. Now this is, it's almost like the ink, like I either pressed down wrong when I wrote, or like the ink is like weirdly dry on this one. I don't know, you guys. This does not have as pleasing of a write as the other Pentel Futa Touch pens that I am so in love with. But you know, you win some, you lose some. Let's do these three pens I randomly picked up. This one is a sepia. Oh, I always love supplies by this Ilmi. I honestly do not know really what Ilmi is. If it's like a brand or something, I don't know. I always see it as like a collaborative product, never as like Ilmi by itself, if that makes any sense. It's called Sepia, and then it switches to this color, which, you guys, I feel like I've heard of a lot of colors in my life. Nemophila. Nemophila. I have never heard of that. So I think what we are about to experience is magical color change technology. This is a chisel tip like a highlighter, and it has a friction end, but instead of erasing the ink, the heat is supposed to change the shade of the ink. So let me see. So that's sepia, obviously, which I thought was just really fascinating because, like, old sepia photos, I'm sure you guys can see, I like antiques. So it looks pretty dry, especially on this end. So I'm gonna go ahead. Oh my gosh. I think I also chose this because out of all of the color changing colors, this one kind of looked like it had the most like night and day dynamic shift from one type of color to the next. And I even thought maybe there would be like some residue ink on the eraser part, but there is not. That is quite fascinating. Let me know if y'all have ever heard of that color. Y'all, you can always tell when it's been a while since I have filmed, because I get very tongue-tied. All right, this is a mild liner. I always want to call them mid liners. Mild liner, which I have a lot of mild liners. I kind of really went down that rabbit hole. I feel like that was like 2020 or 2021 or something, where these like got super popular. Maybe they've been super popular even before that, but like, I remember when I first started getting back into stationery, like this is something I saw people just raving about constantly. But this is a mild liner brush tip. So this is just like a standard brush. Let's see. Ooh, I kind of like this because it's not as bendy, if that makes sense, as like a normal bristly brush tip. Like, it's a little bit more firmer. And then this is called Superfine, and that just looks like kind of the more normal marker end of mild liner. I always want to call it mid liner. I'm like literally reading mild liner, still want to call it mid. But yeah, I feel like you kind of can't go wrong with that. I don't feel like I've had that exact same shade before, but maybe I have. All right, you guys, something that almost makes me think of another product. I don't think I've ever had exactly this one before. It kind of reminded me of the Beetle highlighter. Do you guys remember that? Where it was kind of like a two tip highlighter pen, and it was like two different colors, and you would kind of like surround a block of text or something with like a top and bottom highlighter. I don't know. Or you could like flip it on either side and use each different color of ink. Anyway, this kind of reminded me of that. It is called a Twink 2 color line pen. And I got blue and orange. So please look at how cool this looks. It's blue and orange at the same time. So while we are super zoomed up here, I'm gonna try and show you guys, like, look at that. Let's zoom out. So maybe it's like a little bit less blurry, and it's kind of fascinating. I don't know if this is like one of those like visual things or really if the orange is like a slightly thicker nib. I don't know. But then I think you're supposed to be able to just write in blue or flip it around and just write in orange, or you can do this kind of like double underline effect. So it's pretty cool. It's actually like 3 pens in 1 pen. Magical. I like this so much. It seems so practical and so useful. I would almost go back and get more. All right, let me get us a fresh swatching sheet. I've honestly been looking at this one for quite a while, even though it seems a little bit on the basic side. So let's explore what it is. I think that this is another one that I got based on Hobonichi recommendations. And also, you guys, sometimes it is the most like basic looking pens that kind of have the best writing. Last year I was getting kind of annoyed when I was writing in my Hobonichi because the paper is so thin. It's like if I wanted to write on every single day, it's like the ink was bleeding through a lot. It was kind of like distracting. So I was kind of looking for things that bled through a lot less. So I think that this is called the BioTube Gem Knock pen in earth blue casing with black ink. I think that that is the only thing that makes sense. Unfortunately, I don't see a logo anywhere on this pen. So it's a nice click pen, and the grip actually feels like quite good. Ooh. Okay, that's a really, really smooth write. Let's see. Very, very little smudging, but honestly, like, I don't write that fast anymore because I'm not like taking notes as I'm hearing things. I'm like more like just writing down, like more like journaling. So smudging to me is not a huge big deal. It's only annoying like sometimes if I feel like the ink is so wet I'm having to like put a hair dryer on it or something, you know what I mean? All right, we've got a Zebra Click Bright, and ooh, y'all. Okay, not gonna lie, I bought it for the case. Like, look at how pretty the pen shell is. But look at that. That's like a super, super fine tip highlighter. I'm in fact going to flip us back 1 page. And let's see, like, compared to standard chisel tip highlighter, let's see. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, that's like quite thinner to me. It's almost like half the thickness, you know? Let's see what this is. Sometimes I'm very tempted to get the limited edition. So this is another Uniball pen. I'm actually very excited about this, like, given my experience with the cheesecake pen, but you know me, like, if something sounds like a little weird or if it's like a little limited edition, I usually always want to try one of them. Yes, this pen is called Blonde Puppy. I think I got this because I was like, how hilarious would it be to write in the dog ear notebook with the Blonde Puppy pen. Sometimes when I'm late night shopping, certain things tickle me, you know? Let's take that little blue thing off and let's see. Ooh, Blonde Puppy is very hard to read, in my opinion, on white paper. I would love to know where a lot of people use pen shades like this. I think they're very popular. I see them all the time. Maybe if you have better eyesight than me, it works out a little bit better for you. I don't know. But still, you know, I did it for the lols, for the jokes. Okay, you guys, I feel like this is a pen from years gone by. I feel like this is something I used to see at like Michael's in the 90s or something. I don't know why this is like so familiar, but I don't think I have another one in my collection. This is the Ruchon Petite. I don't know. I want to call it Ruchon. Let's see, neon pink. Oh yeah, this was on clearance. It was called Last Chance. Ooh, look at that. You guys, like, once again, I see things on the website. Oh my God. Y'all, what am I gonna do with that? I think that this pen was like less than $1. I was just kind of like really curious about it. Maybe this would make more sense as a highlighter versus a writing pen. What do you guys think? I say let's save the pin for the black gel paper last. So you guys, we only have 3 more items. So we'll do this one first because the last 2 things are different Pilot juice pens. And this, I think we had a product really similar to this in a haul before. This is the roller decoration pin in Rodeco. And I remember I bought this particular shade for some reason. Let's like read it out loud together. Oh, beige. Beige? That doesn't sound as funny as I remember it. So this is a double-sided pen as well. One side is actually like super fine tip. And why did I go with beige, you guys? Was I having a moment? Like, this is so much more visible on camera somehow than it is like in person. Like in person, it looks a little bit like I'm writing with invisible beige ink. The other side of this though, how cute, is a rolling stamp marker. And you guys, I think it is all coming back to me now. We had similar products to this, I think, from Temu. I think like back when I was doing Temu hauls, this was an item a lot of y'all asked me to test. They had about like a set of 5 stamper pens. I think you got like different colors and they stamped different shapes. This just stamps these little dots. Let me know if y'all can see that. But I think it's supposed to be like a divider in your notebooks or a planner. Like if you want to just roll like a divider section, you know, I think that is what this is for. So let's, okay. Oh my God. Okay, don't roll too fast. You kind of have to roll slow if you want the real dotted texture. I think I bought beige because I think it seemed funny to me at the time. I feel like the #1 trending thing for makeup for the past couple of years has been freckles. So I feel like I saw this like swatched on the website and I was like, freckle pen. It kind of just made me think of like makeup. Does that make any sense? Probably not now. All right, you guys, the Pilot juice pens. Everybody loves these. I got this shade because it was part of limited editions, you guys. They were called Pilot Juice Dull Tones because doesn't everybody want dull pens? So I went with dull blue. How could you not? So yeah, once again, it is a click pen. Let's get that out of the way. Which, by the way, you guys, I think I have to severely cut back on the caffeine. Have y'all seen this in this video? This eye is like twitching. Every winter, my eyes twitch. It's like something that I wish didn't happen, and yet it always seems to. I don't know why. Ooh, dull blue is like not so dull, you guys. This is like super bright. I feel like unlike this beige pen, like this looks better in person and worse on camera. It does look kind of dull on camera, but it looks almost more like a denim blue. IRL, that is what I would call that. And you guys, last but not least, we have Pilot Juice Neon, and these must be so popular. Every shade except for the yellow one was sold out, but I wanted to try one of them. These look so vibrant on black paper. So this is called Neon Lemon, and just for funnies, yeah, look, you cannot see this on white paper at all. What is that? Nothing. It kind of looks like pee-pee. So let me go ahead and get the black paper. So, I mean, I kind of feel like that's the funny thing about this one in particular is the SpongeBob Lush collab. I feel like in particular this one looked like one of the best on the black paper, but is literally invisible on the white paper. But let's see. Here is our beautiful, y'all, what's going on? Y'all, I'm speechless. Maybe this is why this was the only shade that was left, you guys. Like, okay, if I like kind of turn it weirdly to the light, you can see it. I just got pranked. with this, you guys. Don't buy this. This is the one thing I can say. At least I saved it for last. I thought maybe it was going to be like one of those slowly developing pens where like you write with it and it's almost like the ink has to dry before it becomes like more visible, more opaque. That is not happening here. What kind of paper they used to make this look so good on the websites is not this, clearly. Because I swear, like I would not just buy an invisible pen. But yeah, you cannot see that on white paper or black paper. Anyway, you guys, no long outro because I know this video in and of itself is enormously long. Let me know if you miss me on this channel. Let me know if you miss stationery hurls. Should I go back to doing that? Let me know. Thank you guys so much for being here today, for hanging out, and for watching. And I'm gonna try my very best to be back here very soon. But I love you guys. Bye!